Hiya, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we're going to compare the Dyson V6 animal and the Dyson V8 animal. I just want to say a quick thank you to all those people who actually subscribed. I really appreciate it, and we're currently on 913 subscribers. I'm absolutely amazed. Thank you so much. That is literally amazing for me. I didn't think I'd get this far, but thanks to your support I am where I am, and I'll continue to do that, all thanks to you guys. So if you can comment below on this video or any of my videos what you want to see on this channel, I'll try and do that for you. That's the V6 animal, and that's the V8 animal, which has replaced the V6 animal on the right. We're going to start off by comparing the cleaner heads first. The V6 animal's cleaner head here is a lot thinner than the V8 animal's cleaner head. What this means is you'll be able to get on a lower furniture a lot more easier with this than with this. And that's the only benefit of the V6 animal's cleaner head. I actually prefer this one. You know why? Let me tell you why. This cleaner head has a way more powerful motor than this one. This actually has more than double the power. It's 150% more powerful than the V6 animal's motor for the brush bar. This one is rated at 20 watts, and this one is actually rated at 50 watts to get a way more powerful brush bar motor to drive the brush bar a lot more powerfully into the carpet. The V8 has a wide diameter brush bar, which means it's able to resist hair wraps around the brush bar. This is a thinner brush bar, so it will need cleaning more often if you've got people in the house with long hair. Not only that, but because the V6 has an inferior cleaner head compared to the V8's cleaner head, with its underpowered motor and its thinner brush bar, it is not suitable for thick carpets. If you try and use it on thick carpets, it will just stall the brush bar and cut out all the time. With the V8, you don't have that problem because the wider brush bar is able to resist the longer fibres getting tangled up into the brush bar and jamming it, and the more powerful motor is able to drive the brush bar with more torque. The V6 cleaner heads also got blocked up all the time. Just behind the brush bar, there's a narrow gap in there, so it would get blocked up really easily. That's why Dyson had to make this trap door, which you would open up to get at any blockages in that narrow gap. With the V8, it's a way wider opening, so it wouldn't get blocked up as easy as a V8. In fact, I don't see many of these get clogged up at all now because of that improvement there. They've also changed the clip to remove the attachments, so it's a lot easier to remove them now. Not only on the main head, but on all the attachments, like so, compared to the V6. So with this one, on the V8, you can literally remove the attachment with one hand. With the V6, you would have to hold the button with one hand and then pull the attachment off with the other. So that is again another improvement on the V8. So look, one hand, and that's off. The ones are basically tubes, so there's nothing to talk about with these. The attachments on the V6 and the V8 are pretty much the same, except with the clips being better. So for example, this, that's a more secure click than on the V6 one, and a more satisfying click. Again, with this as well, it's a better fitting. Okay. With the mini motorized heads though, if you take a look side by side, where the motors are in here, the V8's one is a lot more flat to the floor. Why would you have this one raised up? It makes no sense. So the V8 one is a lot more better with it being flat to the floor. Not only that, but the brush bar on the V6 is literally inferior because it has these gaps in between the brushes and the bristles are quite soft compared to the V8 one, which is a lot more beefed up. You've got no gaps in between the bristles and it grooms a lot better. It just performs a lot better. Yeah, from the front view you can tell that the V8 will just fit into tight gaps better than the V6 because the V8 doesn't have that motor sticking out where the V6 does. Onto the handheld units now. The V6 here is slightly lighter than the V8, okay? Only because the V8 has a bigger bin and a bigger battery. The runtime on the V8 is maximum of 40 minutes, okay? But that's not exactly true because that's only for low power with no motorized attachments on. I can use this for about 25 minutes with the main cleaner head. With the V6, I can use it for about 15 to 20 minutes on low power with the main cleaner head. Both of the run times are about 6 minutes on max mode though. The V8 on low power is a lot more quieter than the V6 on low power. So this is the V6 on low. And this is the V8 on low. And even on max mode, the V8 has slightly more suction than the V6. That's about 15 air watts. More powerful than the V6 by the way. And even on max mode, the V8 is still quieter. So this is the V6 on max. And the V8 on max. So it's quite obvious that the V6 is louder and less powerful. The V6 has a vague way of telling you how much runtime it has left. So when it's on, that blue light comes on. But if you have less than a minute left of vacuuming, that's when this light will start flashing, and that is it. Otherwise, you don't know how much runtime you got left until the last minute. With the V8, it has 3 lights, and it goes down to 0 basically, to let you know how much bars of battery you got left. So you can see 3 lights on there, and it will go down to 2, and then 1 light, and then it will just cut off dead. So it's an easier way to see how much battery you got left. So this is slightly easier to tell how much battery you got left compared to the V6. With the V6's pre-motor filter and the V8's pre-motor filter, they are literally the same. They come out, they're the same design, you wash them the same way, they're both the same. The reason why this looks fatter is because this one's a non-genuine part, but they are the same thing. The V6, emptying it is quite messy. Literally, what you do is you press on this red button here, and the trapdoor opens. Okay. A lot of the time with V6s, this shroud gets caught up with hair and dust, so you need to clean that. And there's no way of cleaning it easily unless you take the bin off. Some people actually stick some sticks in there to literally wipe it out, but literally the easier way to clean that out is to remove the bin like so, and then wipe it off with a brush or whatever. That is not very sanitary in my opinion. The V8 has a way easier and a way cleaner method of emptying. So pretend that the shroud, this is metal by the way on the V8, pretend that the metal shroud has got dust on it and it needs cleaning. With the V8, you pull on this handle, so you lift that, this cyclone actually lifts out with the shroud, and see this red part, that will wipe away all that dust and dirt, and it will just all fall out like so, and this will be fully clean. This shroud scraper actually does a really good job of cleaning the shroud, so you don't have to touch the dust. With the V6 you have to touch the dust, and this is a lot better. And that is pretty much it. So I thought I would let you hear how powerful the V6 brush bar is compared to the V8. It will just show you how much more powerful the V8 sounds and more aggressive it is on the carpet. So here's a V6. So you can hear the brush bar, it's certainly doing something, but the V8 sounds way more powerful. So you can certainly hear more vibration and more power into the V8's brush bar. In order to deep clean a carpet, you need to separate the pile really wide, so that the suction can reach down into the carpet and suck out all that dust and dirt. So I'm going to show you that the V8 actually does a better job than the V6 at pile separation. So here we go. So that's the V6's pile separation. And the V8's. Now, to me it looks like the V8 did a better job than the V6. And that's because the wider opening and the wider brush bar allows the brush to sweep the pile more linearly and therefore it opens up the carpet fibres a lot more wider for the dust and dirt to get sucked out. So that's the comparison between the Dyson V6 animal and the Dyson V8 animal. If you have any questions about the two vacuum cleaners or any other vacuum cleaner that I have on my channel, feel free to comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much, and please once again subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now.